I wonder if it's gonna be better coming straight from actual studio. YouTube. Oh, okay, that's cool. Hey, what's up, Troy? How you doing, bro? Hey, where you coming from, Troy? What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Okay, I gotta hop off. Yeah, ask a question, bro. Any questions you got, man? You can either ask them in the chat or you can hop on and talk live if you want to, man. I know a few people have been asking questions on my videos, and so I'm trying to hop on when more Americans on to be able to answer their questions. Give me just a second. I'm finna. Damn it. But yeah, ask your question, bro. Let me stop my cam 1 second. All right, I'm back, bro. I just had to go do something. Yes. Okay. So with that, and this is what I was told from a person that's Zambian. They were telling me with the correct permits and stuff, people on the black market are trading food for gold. And so I'm sure it's not going to be one of those things that's just simple to get into. It's going to be one of those where I'm going to have to find people, get some connections. But yeah, I'm working on that also. So I'm looking at farms in different areas, land in different areas to start farming. And then I was going to do a pig farm because he told me pigs sell real good, pork sells real good in DRC. Oh, shoot. Okay. I need to do a live. Do that one later. Yeah, I'll do that one later. Okay. But yeah, there is an opportunity there. And that's one of the other things I'm looking into, man. But there's a lot of, let me see if I got the picture. See if I can pull it up and show you. So like right now, I just was told about this. It's, damn, will it show? Man, it ain't gonna show. But it's land about 70 kilometers from here. So about an hour from where I stay in Lusaka. And it's let me see, it's 18.62 hectares of land, and they're selling it for 15,000 kwacha each hectare. So each hectare is going for 579 US dollars with today's exchange. And 1 hectare is 2 acres. And so that's why I'm just looking for a bunch of land. That way I can just start farms in different areas. And I'm looking for, I want to do a rice farm. I'm going to do pig farming. But with that, I have a guy that I'm going to probably partner with because he knows the ins and outs of it. And so he'll be doing that, and it's just on my land. And then we'll just, work out a cut from there. And then depending on how many pigs that I actually invest into. I think to buy a pregnant hog here, I think the guy told me it was about 10,000. That's the high end. Oops, let me switch it. So a pregnant hog, that's about 386 US dollars. And I think they say 1 hog can give birth to 8 piglets at least. And then you can get them pregnant, I think he said 2 or 3 times out of the year, every year. So that's good money there, and it's feeding people. And then I have there's some land that's opening up it's about 2 days away, a 2-day drive from here. From Lusaka, it's in a village. And it's looking like it's gonna be some prime real estate for the town. And so I'm gonna look into buying up as much of that land also, especially if the price is what I think it's gonna be, because I'm thinking the price is gonna come in at about 5,000 a hectare, which would be $193 for 2 acres. Then I'm gonna try to get like 3 to 4 hectares. So that way I can build some tiny home lodges, because there's a bunch of teachers and nurses that work in the villages here. That's where they get stationed. And so make homes for them. And then also build just a chill area where people can just go have a drink, play pool, just little stuff, man. Anything that's bringing in extra money. Because I did a video today about it. I haven't posted it yet. But I was talking about how one of the things that people need to look into when it comes to looking about moving abroad is multiplying your money. So like right now, the kwacha, 1 US dollar is 25.8 kwacha. So that means your $1 is multiplying by 25 coming here. And now if you're buying the stuff while your money's multiplying higher, and then as soon as this economy picks up in the next 5 to 10 years, your money's going to multiply again because the US dollar is going to lose value, but the kwacha is going to gain value. And I think that's one of the things I wish someone would have taught me that when I first left the US, because I would have not went to Panama and I would have not went to Colombia first. I would have came straight to Africa and started investing and buying up land here. But that's one of those things where you don't learn it until you live it, man. Nobody's out here writing books about how to be a professional expat and how to really do this stuff correctly. Because most of us that you find, they're just here to retire. And if you're just looking for a place to retire, you're wasting your time, because even if you go to a cheaper country, eventually inflation is going to catch up to you, or the devaluation of the dollar. I think you're starting to see that a lot now in Thailand, Vietnam, because they're starting to raise their rates. And people are missing those days of being able to live off $10 a day. And those days are gone, man. Is that a little better? I need to buy a new webcam. I don't think, no, it's not gonna let me do both lives here. I don't feel like setting that up. But you had any other questions, Troy? Let me know, man. If you got any questions, let me know. I'm just Black American expat, been at this for 9 years now. And now I'm settled in Zambia, which is the southern region of Africa. Let me see, what's this? Hold on 1 second. Okay. Yeah, let me know when you're in Zambia. When do you plan on being here? Let me know. The only thing is, I don't drink and I don't club, man. That's it. I let everybody know up front. I don't drink and I don't club. And I'm not here chasing women. I'm chasing land. So I'm just checking the text because I'm opening up a beauty supply. Not a beauty supply, a hair salon here. So somebody that wanted to get into a hair salon, so I'm just being an investor in it. And that's the beautiful thing about coming here, man. You can start just invest in someone else's business and start making money off of it. And it's not putting up thousands and thousands of dollars up front. Okay, early next year, cool. Yeah, I'll be here. December, I'm going to South Africa because I love South Africa in December. A really great place. And I'll be back here January. So I'll be, after December, I'm going to make my way back up to Zambia in January. So I'll be here. But definitely let me know, man. Just hit me up and let me know. Or shoot me an email at bjc261982. Because I'm not going anywhere. It's too much opportunities here in Zambia before I can leave from here. But yeah, I was saying, so like I left the US in 2015. At that time I was married. My wife and I both left. She ended up quitting her job. And we just lived off my disability pension from the military. And we first went to Panama. It was nice. At that time, I was real sick, so I didn't think I'd be alive much longer. So I just went there with the intentions of just retiring. And then ended up getting my health back, taking care of myself, reversing a lot of issues I was dealing with. I started doing a lot of studying on health and nutrition. And then after that, Panama got boring, man. That's why I tell people, don't go to retire. You go to places to retire, you're gonna be bored. And then places that hit you with these retirement destinations, they get expensive over time. Panama got really expensive after a while. The quality of the hotels started going down. Like we used to go to the DoubleTree every weekend and get like a suite. and it was like $40. So like that wasn't bad at all for a presidential suite. $40. And then after a while, man, like after year two, the prices doubled for the hotels, and then the quality went down. And I was just like, man, why am I still spending this much just to come here? And then they started shuffling people around. And, you start feeling some kind of way when you're used to people knowing you. As soon as they see your reservation, they book you and have everything ready to go for you. They upgrade you if there's a better upgrade. And then you just started being treated like a regular person. I was like, yo, I'm not feeling this. Is Cape Town safe? I haven't been there, but I have a friend. She just moved there. She's South African. She just moved to Cape Town. She's loving it. She told me she has a blast there. There's really good people. I even asked her about how's the racism there. And she said, if you're looking for it, you're going to find it. But she was like, if you're just looking to live your life, you're going to be able to live your life fine. So I think it depends on the individual. Now I'll tell you, for me, I'm not going to shanty towns. I'm not looking for, some people have this thing oh, if I was born here, I'd be born in the worst place, so I need to go there. I don't believe that narrative. And I just feel like just because I was born in a bad place in the US, don't mean I'll be born in a bad place in Africa. So I think as long as you just stay away from those areas, you're okay. I know police is real good in Cape Town. Their policing is supposed to be really good there. So there's not much that they tolerate. But I think it'll be safe, because if she went there with her 3 kids, you have to be safe to me. Excuse me. And then, if anybody got questions, or if you want to come up, just let me know. You can come up and talk, guys. It ain't just a monologue of me talking today. Really just to answer any questions about Zambia. I know a lot of people are overlooking this part of Africa. And I think people need to quit looking at Ghana and start looking here. I'm going to be honest with you. There's more legal protections here, and there's more judicial integrity here compared to other places. How was SA for me? I love SA. SA was a blast. The only problem that I had with SA was I wasn't able to get residency or any type of permit without having to return to the US. That just didn't make any sense to me. And financially, I don't think people realize how expensive the US is. And for me to go back just to apply for residency and stay there until I get the approval, that probably would have cost me anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000 US. I'm not spending that type of money to go to the US to wait on that. So that's the only reason I left SA. But I'll say anybody who's from the US or the UK, if you go to South Africa, you're not missing anything. Everything's going to be there. There's always something to do. And this is what I love about Johannesburg that people don't talk about. Johannesburg, no matter what your lifestyle is, there's something for you to do there. So for me, as a single guy who don't drink and who don't club, there was stuff for me to do every week and every weekend. And it was during the day. So there's always a marketplace. There's some kind of show going on. There's always something going on in Joburg. And it's a really good place, man. Like, I can't minus the load shedding and the times when it get chaotic there. But it's a good place. Like, I love December in South Africa. Most of the people go back to the villages, so it felt like I had the whole city of Johannesburg to myself. I was using a private driver during December while I was there. And so, like, it was just easy to get around. It was real cool there. Let me see this video. But SA, I love it. Botswana is my favorite place. And the reason why Botswana is my favorite is, okay, it's finished. Is because I just like desert living. Like, if you've ever lived in Arizona, like Sedona, Arizona. That's the type of vibes and energy you get from Botswana. So like I do like Gaborone, I like Francistown. Maun was just too hot. I'm gonna be honest, it was too hot for me in Maun. My phones were overheating. So I'm not gonna say I didn't like Maun. I'm just gonna say from the perspective of a content creator and was trying to get content while I was there, it was next to impossible because you out in the sun for 10, 20 minutes, your phone gonna start overheating. And you literally have to put it in the freezer to cool off. Zambia is nice. I would say of the three countries, Zambia is my least. Um, Mainly because it's just not too much to do here for Lusaka to be the capital city, and it's unorganized. But I think Zambia has more potential than the other two right now. SA is pretty much streamlined setup. And with the new government getting into power, well, the way they shift in power now, it's going to be easy for people to just get in there. Botswana is a true second world country, meaning it just needs developing. There's more land than people. There's more animals than people. Zambia has a lot of potential. This is a place to come for business to me. If you truly want to invest in a country. So like I'm starting to invest in the Lusaka Stock Exchange. So I'm looking for dividend paying companies that'll pay a dividend. I'm looking at land like I talk about all the time. Setting up small businesses here. Like Lusaka, not just Lusaka, I'm sorry, but Zambia as a whole, there's a lot to do. Yeah, I agree with you, Troy. Like, let me just put this up what Troy said. Lusaka is boring everywhere. It's a 15-minute drive away. Yeah, it's true, man. Like, it's a great place because it's safe. But like the way the city is organized, they didn't do a good job. And I was looking at old videos when President Kenneth Kaunda first took over. And after after a while of his administration, Lusaka was beautiful. I don't know what happened with the city council or whatever from after when he took over to now, but it's a completely different city and it's just not organized. So there's not more than one way to really go to places. So whenever there's a traffic jam or anything that's going on, it just makes congestion for no reason. Like the CBD, which is where I would prefer to live in a CBD of a capital city. You can't live there. It's all warehouses and shops. Like they just didn't do it right. They didn't do the penthouse living here. There's honestly, after going to Ndola, I feel like the capital city should be moved to Ndola maybe, and then just let them build it up properly. Because at least with Ndola, there's multiple ways to get around. And I know some people be like, oh, it don't make that big of a difference. It makes a world of a difference. One day I was on Great East Road, which is the main road here. And because of graduation for nurses, man, we was in traffic for 2 hours. We talking about a 20-minute drive took 2 hours just because of nurses graduating. And that's one of the problems with Lusaka. Like any little thing will get out of the way. Hey, appreciate you, Alexia. How you doing today? Where you coming in from, Alexia? Let me know. But like literally, I just want to, it's for people who think this video, and I'm going to keep doing lives because I need to do them around this time instead of in the mornings. Okay, is this done yet? No. It's a share Zambia, man. Because I know there's a lot of Americans right now. And in UK, so like you said, Lexi is from the UK. There's a lot of people that's ready to get out of there, man. And there's more money to be made outside of the US. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a lot of money to be made here in Africa. I don't know what pictures and videos they're showing everyone still, but from what I was seeing when I was in the US and what I'm seeing on the ground, it's not the same. There's a large Chinese presence here, large Indian presence. And there's just gaps all over the place when it comes to infrastructure And I mean, it's from a business and corporate level. Oh, okay, nice. So let's just say planning to visit Zimbabwe in August and September, was in Botswana in March and April. Botswana is one of my favorite places. I'll be back in Botswana in November, I believe. I'm gonna go through there. It's wintertime there now, so deserts get too cold for me. Zimbabwe, I haven't been to Zim yet. And the only reason I haven't been to Zim is just because they're on the US dollar. I don't want to lose that multiplying of my money. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going to Tanzania next month. That's gonna be a birthday present to myself. And then I'm also going to, I'm gonna see if I can fit in Mozambique. I want to see if there's a bus that goes to Mozambique. If so, I'm gonna go there and document riding the bus. But I'll be documenting riding the train from Kapiri to Tanzania, and it takes you to the capital city, Dar es Salaam. And from what I was reading, you can get to Zanzibar, where the beautiful beaches are that look better than Bali, for like $20 US. I was going to move to Ghana, visiting there was 12 years and purchase land in the Eastern region. But I'm telling a lot of people to stay away from Ghana, to be honest. And it's not from a bad thing. I've heard a lot of good things about Ghana, but I've heard right now, recently, there's a lot of horror stories about people getting ripped off, and legally nothing is coming out of it. And that's one of the things, this southern region of Africa is stable. Like you don't have to worry about any political uprising here. There's not much anything going on as far as political parties battling each other. You don't hear none of that stuff. You don't have any coup attempts here. So like the governments are stable, the people are stable. You're not getting a bunch of protesting and riots. Like people are peaceful here. Other catch of this southern region is the economies are stable for themselves, and you're still getting a more bang for your buck because your money multiplying. $1 US is like 18 South African rand. $1 US is about 13 or 14 Botswana pula, and $1 US is 25 Zambia kwacha. Namibia, you can use the rand there, so you just use the 1 to 18, whatever the South African ratio is. So I'm looking to the southern region, guys. Ghana is overrated. There's issues and corruption on the ground in the country. Southern Africa is beautiful, peaceful, and quiet. See, a lot of people do not know how good Southern Africa is. I don't know if it's because the plane tickets are more expensive to get here from certain countries, but God, this is not what I was expecting when I got here. As soon as I touched ground 2 years ago, I fell in love with this southern region. I haven't had any interest in going to Ghana, not even Kenya. I do plan on going to Nigeria, but that's just to see if I can get like some connections with fabrics and different supplies and just open up a supply chain here in the southern region. And the other thing that I'll say, if you're someone who's business minded, or if you're looking to relocate to Africa for investment opportunities, this southern region, in my opinion, will be the first region to actually unify, because there's too many things in benefit for it. Like, you don't have to worry about the war here, about people warring with each other. So like Zambia has an amazing air force, fighter jets, everything. South Africa has great ground infrastructure. So like everything you need in this southern region, and the fact that no one's in conflict is really good. Let me see. Troy said he bought land in Ghana and they made him pay a whole separate fee for no reason after I already paid them. That's crazy, man. I keep hearing those stories. And then I keep hearing people that are buying land, they think it's from the chief. It's not the chief. So like here in Zambia, if you go see traditional land, which is owned by a chief, you have to see the chief or the headman. No one is allowed to just take you to sell you traditional land without approval from the chief or the headman. And if they get approval, the headman must be there to show you around. And you do not pay a viewing fee to people. You do pay the headman a little something, and it's not much. Um, and it's just like a little token of appreciation. And that's it. So I bought 20 hectares in Chama, which is a village it takes about 2 days to get there on bus. And I think I paid total, let me see, I'm gonna aim it high. And I'm gonna give you today's exchange rate with it. Now I didn't even pay this much, but total I paid, I'm gonna just say 5,000 US dollars, 5,000 kwacha, I'm sorry. That's 193 US dollars for 20 hectares of land. The chief was selling 5 hectares for 500 kwacha. And so I got them to talk to him and negotiate with him to let me get 20 at a time. And I promised them that I was going to start developing the land. So I'm already getting the land cleared out to start planting groundnuts and soybeans coming September. And that's it, man. Like, you don't have those problems here. Yep, that is a rip-off. If you want to explore the option in Africa, go for it. Yeah, definitely explore other options. Like the stuff that I keep hearing about Ghana, the Gambia, even with Kenya, like there's Americans there now that set up a way to help people get into the country, get permanent residency easier. They charging like 3,000 to 4,000 US dollars. And I'm like, you still in Kenya. Like, why are you charging people 3,000 to 4,000 US dollars? And it's just too many people trying to rip each other off, man. And I just don't see those people in this southern region. I don't know if they go to these other parts first and then it just turns them off of Africa, or they get in trouble and have to leave the continent. But you don't see all of these scammy people in the southern region. And I think it's a lot because, like here, let's say if someone does something wrong, if you have all your documentation in order, they're going to jail. And as soon as the court hearing is over, they go straight to jail right after that court hearing. There's no waiting a couple of days, couple of weeks. It don't matter how much money they have. You go straight to jail. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm keen to get details on the land in Zambia because that is affordable. Alexia, just hit me up let me put my email address in here. And this is just my Gmail right here. Yeah, just hit me up here, Alexia. Yeah, there's real justice here. There's real justice here. They do not play the games legally. Like, there's a thing here. Let me see if I can show it to you. They do mobile money here. And mobile money is, so it's called Airtel. Oh, man, this thing sucks. It's called Airtel. And so, will it show? Nah, it's because of my lights. So with Airtel, you can send and receive money to people. You can pay for things also. And you can just put in the comments what you're paying it for. And here it's considered legal tender. So I always pay people with Airtel and I send it to their number because your number has to be registered with your NRC or your passport. And so when you do that, anybody that's trying to scam you, they may be like, hey, let me send it as a withdrawal or this. And I'm like, no, I'm sending it straight to your number. That's the only way I'm paying. And that right there, a knock off a scammer off your radar. If they refuse to take money directly, they're trying to be a scammer. But everybody knows that as long as you have that record, and so I can't show you, but everything you pay for, they keep a whole record and track of it, of who you send it to, the day and the time. And you just print those out, and that's your proof right there. And that's legally legal. It's a legal form of tender here. And if anyone does something wrong and you pay them in that, you have proof, and they will be going to jail. So it's really good here. I like that. Oh, anytime, Alexia. We got to look out for each other. Like that's what a lot of people. I think that's what a lot of people forget. Like we got to look out for each other because if we don't, who gonna do it for us? And then for me, what made me started really talking more about the expat lifestyle stuff is you have a lot of these vacation travelers or these travel YouTubers, and they're trying to tell you as if, oh, this is how this country works. You don't know how a country works, and you only been there 60 days. Like I was in Colombia for 3 years. I still can't tell you all about Colombia, even Medellin, and I spent 3 years in Medellin. I was in Panama for 3 years. I can't tell you about the whole country. I can give you a gist of it, some reasons why you may not like it, may like it, but I can't tell you everything. So like these guys, when they're like, "Oh, Zambia, there's nothing there." So with Zambia, if you open up a regular bank account, you get 6% interest on your savings accounts. I don't know about you all, but that 6% is real good for me. Hey, what's up, Damien? How you doing, brother? I've been checking out Prudential life insurance here. They call it a full whole life coverage, but I think it converts to our term life coverage, and it's a minimum of 5 years that you have to keep it open. And I was looking at if I just save 5,000 kwacha a month for that 5 years, that'll get me about 300,000 kwacha. On top of that, you actually get 11.6% interest, compounding interest each year that is inside of their account. That's great. The Lusaka Stock Exchange, you can get invest in companies that are paying dividends. Is that going on? No. Like all of these things are things these travel YouTubers can't tell you because they're not even able to get into the system to tell you what's out here. So like my health insurance. Now this is one that's probably important to a lot of people. I have the national health insurance. I pay 60 kwacha a month. 60 kwacha a month. That is $2.31 in American dollars. The whole year I paid 720 kwacha, $27.81. With that insurance, it covers health, dental, and hospitalization. I'm able to go to one of the best hospitals out here where the ministers of parliament go and their military people go. And I don't have to pay a copay. With dental, you don't have to pay a copay. Like there's very few things that it don't cover, and I haven't seen any of it yet. It includes physiotherapy, like all of these different things, and I'm paying $2.31 a month. Like these are things they're not telling you. And this is what people need to know. Like, don't you want to come to a country where your money's going to multiply? Plus, you're going to be able to get health insurance, great health insurance with coverage, and it's not even breaking the bank. Don't you want to be able to invest your money into a savings that's going to pay you a good return of interest? Like the last time I had a large amount of money in my US account, I think I had like $20,000 in there. And I was like, let me see how much interest on here. Man, 2 months, I didn't even get $1 back in interest. And I was so upset because I'm like, now I put 20,000 in there. They probably loaned out 60,000 because of that fraction, that dollar fraction reserve, that fractional reserve thing they do. And I'm like, you're making all of this money back and you're just gonna give me pennies? Like, come on, man. What is the point of being financially responsible if I'm putting it in an institution that's not gonna give me money back? But what I didn't realize was instead of complaining about it, I should have went and found a country that fractional reserve and they're paying a better interest rate. And that's what I found with Zambia. They're paying a way better interest rate. Alexia said it's difficult as a single woman to do things on the continent. I tried several times and it's been rough, but I'm ready for another shot at buying land, building a home, and farming small. So here, Alexia, you won't have that problem. Only thing that I would advise for you to do, and I advise everyone to do this, is have an assistant, hire an assistant. So like for my assistant, I pay her 2,000 kwacha a month. Let me see, that is $77.27. I pay her that a month. And then like if there's certain places she need to go, I cover the transportation. And with that, like if there's anything that I need that is like in town or in a place where I know my accent isn't going to get me the right price, she goes and take care of it for me. Any land thing, she tell her, hey, I'm looking for land in certain areas. If she knows people in those areas, she'll call for me. Or if I get the number to any chiefs, she'll call and speak to them for me, just so my accent is not in the way. Because people will raise prices based on your accent. Now you will still see that here, but if you have a local calling and doing most of the things for you, even by the time if you're ready to go there and purchase and they hear your accent, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to try to raise the price or do any silly stuff. So definitely get you an assistant if you come here. It goes a long way. But let me see, as far as buying land, you're not going to have issues. Once you have your NRC, which is the National Registration Card, which you can get that as soon as your permit is approved. If you do a retirement permit here, I believe it costs 600 US dollars. However, the permit, once you're approved, it is for an indefinite amount of time, meaning there's no restrictions on you. You can come and go as you want. And literally, you just wait your time until if you want to become a full citizen, which is anywhere between 5 and 10 years. I haven't got the exact number yet. I'm hearing different things, and I haven't seen it in legal writing yet. Also, like you can get a mining permit here, minerals permit, I'm sorry, to be able to move minerals around the country. With that, you do need a Zambian local, a Zambian, Zambian, a national Zambian, born Zambian, and that's about it. But minus little things like that, you're able to really seamlessly move into the community here, and there's no issues. I don't hear any of the nonsense of people attacking women. You don't see those things here. I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't see them here. Any issues you see are more domestic. And you're not gonna hear about them unless you're watching the news and staying plugged into the drama. Um, I don't really hear nothing that's going on here if it's anything bad. Like right now, it is, what time is it here? I think it's a 7:30. Yeah, 7:32 here. Pitch dark. I think the last of the neighbors came in for the night in the compound that I'm staying in. There's no one else going to be driving on the road unless it's a few people driving to their house. Like it's super safe here. It's it's crazy how safe it is here. I'm gonna be honest with you. Uh, and farming is just a thing here. These are some of the best urban farmers I've ever seen in my life. So you can, if you see an empty patch, trust and believe if there's houses by it, someone's going to start farming. So no one's going to bother you, Alexia. No one's going to bother you at all. So definitely look into Zambia. I don't think a lot of people are looking into it. And then if you do come to Zambia, if Lusaka is just too dirty for you, it is a dirty city. I'm gonna be real with you. It's a dirty city. Try out Ndola. It's a little bit smaller, more organized, super clean. I was shocked when I went there. But other than that, I'm trying to think what else. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything pertinent. Um, I talked about the Lusaka Stock Exchange. Oh, with the stock exchange, money ritual is very bad. Yeah, people got a lot of bad rituals when it comes to money, man. People don't realize people don't realize their money rituals and how bad it is. A lot of people be like, man, you don't be, hey, dumb spirit, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? A lot of people be like, a lot of people think I'm out here just partying, drinking, having fun. I'm like, guys, there's too much opportunity on here. Like I missed Bitcoin opportunity 3 times. I had a chance of getting Bitcoin when it was just $50 a Bitcoin. I had a chance to get in at 100 a Bitcoin. And then when I finally got in, it was well up in the thousands, but I was making a lot of money off of Bitcoin. But I got into the thing that was I can't remember the word of it. That was making the Bitcoin make money for me. I got into it at the last bit, and then I didn't, because other things happened. I wasn't paying attention to it because well, Cece had passed away. My wife had passed away, and so I wasn't paying attention to it. And then when Joe Biden got in office, man, his first act was to make a lot of those Bitcoin investment places illegal, because there was a lot of people making millions and millions of dollars off of it. People don't know how many millionaires was made during that Bitcoin, that second part of the Bitcoin era. It made a lot of millionaires, and they cut that shit out quick. And I didn't get my money out fast enough. And so I ended up losing majority of my savings, the savings that I was doing. I threw it all in Bitcoin at that time. And like now that I'm here in Lusaka and I see how things are, I'm like, bro, I am not finna miss out on these opportunities. I'm not here to just be drinking and partying. Like, it's too much money to be made out here, and I want my cut. And everyone here that I meet says farming will make you rich. Like everyone here tells me that over and over again. They like, if you get enough land and you farm, you will get rich. Like every night, there's truckloads of tomatoes that come in. This truck, let me see, one flatbed truck probably holds, let me see, like milk crates, I would say about 200 to 300 milk crates of tomatoes. And it'd be about 4 to 5 flatbed trucks going every night. And they're coming from one of the big tomato farms that's out here. And the other catch is a lot of people get contracts here to supply the grocery stores. But because they're misusing a lot of the money that they get up front, they're not able to keep those contracts. So whoever start building farms and being responsible to get those contracts, like those are lifelong contracts you can be having with supermarkets. Like, think about if you were able to be the one that's supplying Walmart or something like that. Like, how big could that be? And I don't think a lot of people are looking at things that way. And so that's why I'm looking at land in all different areas. And also I'm looking at having different types of farms. Like, I think the area is called Chapata or Chapata. Yeah, Chapata, I think. And it's about 8 hours away. And there's more water there. So I want to go out there in a couple of months and see if I can do rice farming out there, because rice does grow there naturally, and have my own brand of rice. I want to do a tobacco farm to start shipping tobacco to South Africa. It's a lot of stuff to do here, man. You can do soybeans, you can do ground nuts, peanuts for my Americans. You can do sugarcane farming, you can do bamboo farming, everything. And I'm checking in eventually to see, well, I'm still working on seeing how to get the legal cannabis license here to start doing cannabis farming, because cannabis is medicinally legal here and on a medical level. However, technically no one has the license and no one really knows where to get it. So I'm trying to figure that out also. Who is the organization that gives the license, and see what all that takes. I'm working on getting a mineral permit. I'll probably have that by next month. I just need to go to the Minister of Minerals, ask him a few questions, because, reading the brochures and the pamphlets don't give you clear instructions. But like, even with that, it's a 3-year permit to be able to move minerals. And I believe it was 2,300 or 100 kwacha. We're talking about $88 for a 3-year permit to be able to move as many minerals as you want. And then I want to find out if it gives you access to sell minerals. So like, let's say if one of my lands have gold on there, can I take that gold and maybe sell it to the US, become a supplier to a jewelry store or something like that? Or if I have emeralds and certain minerals like amethyst and stuff, can I just sell those abroad to different countries? And so like it's endless amounts of opportunity out here. And the reason why I'm sharing all this is I can't do all this by myself. I can't do it all by myself. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah. But any other questions? If there's any other questions or something that I overlooked, let me know. Okay, 2 videos are up, about time. Let me know if I'm missing anything or anything that you need me to answer for you. Man, I can't believe I've been on here for almost an hour now. So I'm gonna end up getting off right at 60 minutes. But let me know if you have any questions or if you want to come up and chat. All you got to do is come to this link here, the StreamYard link, and it should let you come up to chat. Okay, good. I'll get that out. So today, I will say this, today's been a weird day. We didn't have load shedding today, which is where they cut the power grid off. It feels weird. Like you just don't know, is it going to cut off any minute? Did they forget? But it's one of those days where they didn't cut the power off. So I don't really know what's going on. Can you do it? Let me pull this up. Could you do a detailed video about the immigration progress in Zambia? I believe I have one up, Alexia. I believe it was, let me see. I think I have one. Because I actually went through on the computer and walked you through the entire process. Let me look. Health insurance. Okay, here we go, right here. Let me share. Let me see if it went through. Okay. Okay, here we go, right here, Alexia. This is the video. If you go to my YouTube channel and just type in how to apply for Zambian permanent residency, it'll pop up for you. And I went through, because I was on a Zoom, and I actually went through to, okay, you're welcome. Because I went through and walked you through the exact steps on the website and showed you how to do it. Because you can start an application and come back to it at any time. So it's not one of those where once you start, you have to finish. But if there's any other videos that I need to do, let me know, and I will start doing those videos. Let's see. And then if you have any questions after that, after watching that one, just let me know and I'll answer them and get back to you. It's like now, I don't know if you can hear some dogs barking. That's the most noise you're going to hear at night here. You don't hear anything else. My buddy was just telling me, if you're someone that like cruising, you can just go to South Africa. They have cruise ships that leave from there. So you get everything from the US and the UK you can get here in Africa. Oh, this has been a great live, very informative and educational YouTube PhD. I appreciate that, Alexia. Yeah, I'm trying to show people. I think a lot of people think with this content creation, you got to be on the nonsense and dancing like a fool or talking crazy, being drunk. And I feel like there's more people out here like me that's responsible, that's actually trying to find places to go, get the bang for their buck. And they just want to hear reasonable grown folks things like, I'm sorry, like, I'm not here to like tell guys, oh, go here, the women this or the, it's like, we got to stop this childish stuff and get on point. Like, there's some of us, I feel like we're being adults out here and people want adult information. Like, so I really appreciate that, Alexia, because it's funny. Like, if so, like I've been doing YouTube off and on about 8 years, and it's really slowed down my channel. I stopped doing it while I was in Colombia for the most part, because if you look at all the content that's on Colombia right now, it's trash. It's real trash, and it's disrespectful to the Colombian people because Colombia has way much more to offer than what the YouTubers are showing out there, and it really makes the country look bad. Whereas and so I stopped doing videos there because I just wasn't comfortable and I didn't want to be a part of that nonsense. And it's funny because, come on, fly, content like this, it catches a lot, it takes a lot longer time for people to hop onto it. And then usually like people who are watching my videos a year later or so be like, oh man, I wish I would have known about this. And it's like I'm trying to share as much information with people as possible because this expat life and stuff, it's not easy. And I don't think people realize like what it really takes to start over in a new country. And now with this being my fourth country, like I'm kind of in the hang of it. So like I just hit the ground running now. And for me, I know, okay, what am I looking for? The banking system. What benefits of banking are you going to get me? So like I have the FNB Premier account here, which is it's their highest level. It comes with travel insurance if I'm traveling. It comes with I can use any of the airport lounges at the airports throughout Africa. Like all those things that's benefiting me. That's why I've been looking into the life insurance stuff. Like, what are your interest rates? Like, those are the things that matter. And I think grown folks want to hear this stuff because let's say if you come here and invest in, like, why not buy land and put your money in an insurance account or something that's going to give you a good return of interest? And the beautiful thing about it is, like I showed the 195 US dollars, or let me see. Because I've just calculated, I'm gonna just do 5,000 a month, 193 US dollars, and that'll be 300,000 after 5 years. I've only set aside 11,591 US dollars, but that 300,000 here, that's a lot of money. That 300,000 kwacha. So I can buy a brand new Toyota Vitz for 80,000 kwacha. We're talking about straight off the ship. All things are paid for. Your import taxes, everything for 80,000 kwacha. I can buy hectares of land, traditional land. Let's say, just being reasonable, I can probably buy, I'm gonna overprice it, 10 hectares. So it's a little bit over 20 acres of land for 50,000 kwacha. I'm at 130,000 kwacha. I still have 170 left. And that's not even counting the interest I'm getting. So then on top of that, with that 170, I could build my dream home if I wanted to. And all of that costs less than 12,000 US dollars. Whereas setting aside 12,000 US dollars in the US, that ain't nothing. You know, You could spend that in what, less than a month, 2 months maybe. You can't buy a car with it and not have a car payment. You can't start building a house with it. And I think people need to start understanding that, like right now, with how the economy is here in this southern region, this is the place to come take advantage of. And I call it double multiplication. You're multiplying your money by moving here, and then while you're investing here, and as the economy gets better here, it's going to be multiplying again because you eventually do want your home currency to devaluate and let the currency that you're investing in go up higher. And that's how I'm looking at it. I'm gonna just be honest with people. Like, if you're not looking in this southern region of Africa, you're missing out on a lot of wealth. There's a lot of money here and opportunity, and just want to share as much as possible. So I appreciate that. Let me see, what's today? Wednesday, Tuesday? What day is it? Today's Tuesday. I think I'm gonna do another live on Thursday, and I'm thinking I'm gonna do it around this time again. I have to start building the YouTube algorithm. Well, I take that back. I'm gonna do one in the morning, and then I'm gonna do one on Thursday. I need to start mix matching. I need to get YouTube to just start understanding that I'm doing lives now, so to start hitting more people that's following me, and also just hitting people that's just regular on the algorithm. But that's about it for today. I'm about to probably hop over on TikTok, chat up there a little bit, and that's about it. I appreciate everybody for hopping on. If you have any more questions, just let me know real quick. I'll give you about 1 minute. Let me know if you have any questions, or if there's videos that you need me to do content on, let me know. All right. Don't be afraid. And if you're needing to know exactly how to do Zambian residency, just go to this YouTube video right here. It's a video I did in Zoom talking about walking you step by step on how to apply for your Zambian permit, for the retirement permit. Because it is a little difficult if you're just going through the website by yourself. All right, I don't see any questions come through. I appreciate you for hopping on. Have a great day, great night, wherever you're coming from. And just remember this, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.